The world of literature has long served as a canvas to depict the harsh realities faced by the poor and the working class. Authors from various cultural backgrounds have brought to life the struggles, resilience, and dreams of those living in poverty, leaving an indelible mark on readers. This essay will explore some of the most significant literary works that delve into the lives of the less fortunate and the working class, shedding light on themes of social injustice, economic disparity, and the human spirit. Charles Dickens' Oliver Twist, 1838. Charles Dickens, the prolific English novelist, is widely known for his unflinching portrayal of social issues in his works. Oliver Twist is a prime example, as it depicts the harsh living conditions of the poor in 19th-century England. The story revolves around the eponymous orphan who endures a series of hardships, ultimately finding solace in the company of a group of pickpockets. Dickens' vivid descriptions of poverty-stricken London provide a stark contrast to the privileged lives of the wealthy, exposing the vast chasm between the two classes. Upton Sinclair's The Jungle, 1906. The Jungle by American author Upton Sinclair is a powerful exposé of the appalling working conditions faced by immigrant laborers in the meatpacking industry during the early 20th century. Sinclair's protagonist, Jurgis Rudkus, is a Lithuanian immigrant who arrives in Chicago with dreams of prosperity, only to be subjected to grueling labor, abject poverty, and rampant corruption. The novel's graphic portrayal of the meatpacking industry's abuses led to significant reforms in food safety and labor regulations in the United States. John Steinbeck's The Grapes of Wrath, 1939. Set against the backdrop of the Great Depression, The Grapes of Wrath by American author John Steinbeck follows the Joad family as they embark on a perilous journey from Oklahoma to California in search of work and a better life. The novel paints a harrowing picture of the Dust Bowl era, where the destitute masses were exploited by the wealthy and faced seemingly insurmountable odds. Steinbeck's empathetic storytelling and vivid imagery continue to resonate with readers, emphasizing the importance of compassion and solidarity in the face of adversity. Maxim Gorky's Mother, 1906. Russian author Maxim Gorky's Mother is a seminal work that explores the life of the working class in pre-revolutionary Russia. The novel tells the story of Pelagia Nilovna, a poor factory worker who becomes involved in the socialist movement after witnessing the unjust treatment of her fellow laborers. Through the eyes of Pelagia, Gorky highlights the exploitation and degradation experienced by the working class, while also emphasizing their resilience and determination to fight for a better future. George Orwell's Down and Out in Paris and London, 1933. In this semi-autobiographical work, English author George Orwell recounts his experiences living in poverty in Paris and London during the late 1920s and early 1930s. The book provides an unvarnished account of the squalid living conditions and the relentless struggle for survival faced by the urban poor. Orwell's vivid descriptions and candid reflections on the lives of the downtrodden offer readers a sobering insight into the pervasive social inequalities of the time. Rohinton Mysteries: A Fine Balance, 1995. Set in India during the tumultuous period of the emergency in the 1970s, A Fine Balance by Rohinton. Mystery chronicles the lives of 4 individuals from diverse backgrounds who are brought together by fate. The novel delves into the daily struggles of the characters as they navigate a world marred by poverty, political upheaval, and social injustice. Mystery's rich storytelling and nuanced character development provide a compelling exploration of the resilience of the human spirit in the face of adversity. as well as a poignant critique of the socio-economic disparities in Indian society. Gabriel Garcia Marquez's 100 Years of Solitude, 1967. Colombian author Gabriel Garcia Marquez's magnum opus, 100 Years of Solitude, is a sweeping epic that chronicles the lives of the Buendia family in the fictional town of Macondo. While not solely focused on poverty and the working class, the novel does touch upon these themes through its portrayal of the exploitation of Macondo's workers by foreign companies and the consequences of social inequality. Marquez's masterful use of magical realism serves to heighten the sense of otherworldliness that pervades the novel, ultimately leaving readers with a profound understanding of the human condition. Aravind Adiga's The White Tiger, 2008. The White Tiger by Indian author Aravind Adiga is a darkly comic and thought-provoking examination of the caste system and economic disparities in modern India. The novel's protagonist, Balram Halwai, is a low-caste driver who rises to prominence through a series of morally dubious actions. Adiga's biting social commentary and compelling narrative expose the harsh realities of life for the impoverished masses in a rapidly changing India. Underscoring the impact of systemic inequality on individual lives. Zora Neale Hurston's Their Eyes Were Watching God, 1937. Set in the rural American South during the early 20th century, Their Eyes Were Watching God by African-American author Zora Neale Hurston is a groundbreaking exploration of race, gender, and class. The novel centers on Janie Crawford, a young African-American woman who embarks on a journey of self-discovery in a world fraught with poverty, discrimination, and social constraints. Hurston's lyrical prose and strong character development offer readers a compelling portrait of the resilience and strength of African American women in the face of adversity. Émile Zola's Germinal, 1885 Germinal by French author Émile Zola is a powerful depiction of the harsh realities of life for coal miners in 19th-century France. The novel follows Etienne Lantier, a young, idealistic miner who becomes embroiled in a workers' strike. After witnessing the brutal working conditions and economic exploitation faced by his fellow laborers, Zola's unflinching portrayal of the suffering endured by the working class serves as a stark reminder of the human cost of industrialization and the power of collective action in the struggle for social justice. Oliver Twist is a novel written by Charles Dickens, published in 1838. It is one of Dickens' most well-known and beloved works, and it has been adapted into numerous stage and film productions over the years. The novel is a powerful social critique of the harsh conditions faced by the poor in Victorian England, especially focusing on the plight of children forced into criminal activities and child labor. Plot summary. The story follows the life of Oliver Twist, an orphan born in a workhouse in a provincial town. After being mistreated by the workhouse authorities, Oliver escapes to London, where he encounters a group of young pickpockets led by the elderly criminal Fagin. Unbeknownst to Oliver, he is taken in by the group and trained to be a thief. During his time with Fagin's gang, Oliver meets other memorable characters such as the Artful Dodger, a skilled pickpocket, Nancy, a kind-hearted prostitute, and Bill Sykes, a brutal thief. As the story unfolds, Oliver becomes embroiled in a dark world of crime and corruption. Through a series of events, he is taken in by the kind-hearted Mr. Brownlow, who discovers that Oliver is actually the grandson of a wealthy gentleman, Mr. Leaford. The world of storytelling has always been an essential part of human culture, with the power to convey profound ideas, emotions, and experiences. Literature, as one of the earliest forms of storytelling, has long been a rich source of inspiration for filmmakers and television producers. This essay will explore the influence of literature on film and television adaptations, analyzing how these adaptations transform their source material, the challenges they face, and the broader impact on popular culture. Part 1: The transformation of literary works into visual media. Storytelling mediums and their unique characteristics. Different storytelling mediums, such as literature, film, and television, have distinct characteristics that shape how stories are told. Literature relies on the reader's imagination to create vivid images and experiences, whereas film and television rely on visual and auditory elements to convey the story. These differences require a transformation process when adapting a literary work into film or television. The adaptation process. The process of adapting a literary work to film or television involves several stages, including selecting a suitable source material, securing rights, developing a screenplay, and casting. Each stage presents unique challenges, such as condensing a lengthy novel into a manageable film or television series, maintaining the essence of the story and characters, and managing audience expectations. Narrative and thematic changes. Adaptations often require changes to the narrative structure or themes of the original work to fit the visual medium. This may involve the omission or modification of subplots, characters, or themes, as well as the addition of new elements to enhance the visual storytelling. These changes can generate debates among fans and scholars about the faithfulness of the adaptation. Part 2: Challenges faced by film and television adaptations. Faithfulness versus creative liberty. One of the primary challenges faced by filmmakers and television producers when adapting literary works is striking a balance between faithfulness to the source material and creative liberty. Some adaptations prioritize faithfulness, attempting to recreate the original work as closely as possible, while others take more creative liberties to reinterpret the story or appeal to a broader audience. Duration and pacing. Another challenge is adapting the duration and pacing of a literary work for film or television. While novels can be hundreds of pages long and cover extensive periods, films and television series have time constraints that require stories to be condensed or altered. This can lead to the omission of key events or characters, potentially affecting the overall narrative or thematic impact. Representation and interpretation. When adapting a literary work, filmmakers and television producers must consider how to represent and interpret the story and its characters visually. This may involve decisions about casting, costume design, set design, and other visual elements that can influence audience perception and understanding of the story. Part 3: The broader impact of film and television adaptations. Introducing literature to new audiences. One of the significant benefits of film and television adaptations is their ability to introduce literature to new audiences who may not have otherwise engaged with the original work. This can lead to increased interest in the source material and a broader appreciation for the themes and ideas explored in the story. Cultural significance and influence. Film and television adaptations can also contribute to the cultural significance and influence of a literary work. Successful adaptations often become cultural touchstones, with iconic characters and moments that resonate with audiences for generations. This can elevate the status of the original work, ensuring its continued relevance and impact on popular culture. The future of adaptations. As technology continues to evolve and new storytelling mediums emerge, the influence of literature on film and television adaptations is likely to continue. The rise of streaming platforms and serialized storytelling has already led to an increase in long-form adaptations that can more closely replicate the depth and complexity of their source material. This trend is expected to persist, providing even more opportunities for literary works to be transformed into engaging visual narratives. Conclusion. In conclusion, the influence of literature on film and television adaptations is immense, with countless stories finding new life and audiences through visual media. The transformation process often involves a delicate balance between faithfulness to the source material and creative liberties, as well as navigating the challenges of duration, pacing, and representation. Film and television adaptations play a crucial role in introducing literature to new audiences, increasing the cultural significance and influence of the original work. As storytelling mediums continue to evolve, the relationship between literature and its adaptations will likely grow stronger, providing even more opportunities for the stories and ideas that have captivated readers for generations to reach and impact an even wider audience. Storytelling mediums have evolved over time, adapting to societal changes and technological advancements. Each medium possesses unique characteristics that shape how stories are told, experienced, and received by audiences. Here, we will delve deeper into the unique characteristics of various storytelling mediums, including literature, film, theater, and digital media. Literature. Literature, encompassing written works such as novels, short stories, and poetry, relies primarily on language to convey stories. This medium engages the reader's imagination, allowing them to visualize characters, settings, and events based on the author's descriptions. The reading experience is often personal and introspective, with the reader having the freedom to interpret the story and its themes at their own pace. Literature can also explore complex narratives and delve deeply into character development, as there are fewer constraints on length and format compared to other storytelling mediums. Film. Film, as a visual and auditory medium, uses moving images and sound to convey stories. The combination of visuals, dialogue, music, and sound effects creates a sensory experience that can evoke a wide range of emotions in the audience. Film has the power to depict events and characters with a level of realism and detail that literature cannot achieve through words alone. However, due to time constraints and the need for a more linear narrative structure, films often condense or simplify complex stories, sacrificing depth for a more streamlined experience. Theater. Theater, a live performance art, combines elements of literature, film, and music to present stories on stage. Theater relies on the physical presence of actors, the use of props, costumes, and sets to immerse the audience in the story. The unique characteristic of theater is its immediacy and the interaction between performers and the audience, which can create a powerful emotional connection. The ephemeral nature of theater means that each performance is unique, and the interpretation of the story can vary with each production. Digital media? Digital media encompasses a wide range of storytelling formats, such as video games, webcomics, and interactive narratives. This medium allows for a high degree of interactivity and audience engagement, as users can often shape the course of the story through their choices and actions. Digital media also offers the potential for immersive experiences through virtual reality, VR, and augmented reality, AR, technologies, which can transport the audience into fictional worlds.
Literature has long been an influential platform for raising awareness and inspiring change on pressing social issues, including environmental concerns and nature conservation. Through compelling narratives and vivid descriptions, literary works can provide insights into the complex relationship between humans and nature. Fostering empathy and prompting reflection on our impact on the environment. This essay will explore notable literary works that address environmental issues and nature conservation, examining the themes, messages, and impact of these works on society. Part 1: Pioneering Environmental Literature. Henry David Thoreau's Walden, 1854. Thoreau's Walden is a seminal work in American literature that explores the author's experiences living in solitude near Walden Pond in Massachusetts. The book delves into themes of simplicity, self-reliance, and the importance of living in harmony with nature. Walden has inspired generations of environmentalists and nature lovers, emphasizing the need to reconnect with the natural world and live a life of mindful consumption. Rachel Carson's Silent Spring, 1962. Rachel Carson's groundbreaking book Silent Spring is often credited with sparking the modern environmental movement. The book exposes the devastating effects of widespread pesticide use, particularly DDT, on ecosystems and human health. Carson's meticulous research and compelling prose brought attention to the interconnectedness of all living things and the importance of protecting the environment for future generations. Part 2: Contemporary Literary Works on Environmental Issues. Barbara Kingsolver's Flight Behavior, 2012. Flight Behavior tells the story of a young woman in rural Appalachia whose life is transformed when she witnesses a mysterious and awe-inspiring phenomenon involving monarch butterflies. The novel touches on themes of climate change, ecological disruption, and the struggle to balance economic survival with environmental responsibility. Kingsolver uses the plight of the butterflies as a powerful metaphor for the fragile state of our planet and the consequences of human actions. Richard Powers' The Overstory, 2018. Winner of the Pulitzer Prize for Fiction, The Overstory weaves together the narratives of 9 characters whose lives are connected through their relationship with trees. The novel examines the complex interdependence between humans and the natural world, highlighting the critical role of trees in supporting life on Earth. The Overstory serves as a call to action to recognize the value of forests, and the urgent need to protect them from deforestation and degradation. Nathaniel Rich's Odds Against Tomorrow, 2013. This dystopian novel is set in a near-future New York City, where a mathematician is hired by a corporation to predict and profit from disasters. When a catastrophic hurricane hits the city, the protagonist's predictions become a grim reality. Odds Against Tomorrow explores the themes of climate change, corporate greed, and the moral implications of profiting from human suffering. Part 3: The Impact of Environmental Literature on Society. Raising awareness and fostering empathy. Literary works addressing environmental issues play a crucial role in raising public awareness of these concerns and fostering empathy for the natural world. By presenting complex ecological concepts and problems in engaging and relatable narratives, these works make environmental issues more accessible and emotionally resonant for readers. Inspiring change and activism. Environmental literature has the power to inspire change and motivate readers to become more environmentally conscious in their daily lives. From Thoreau's advocacy for simple living to Carson's call for the responsible use of chemicals, these works have spurred individuals and communities to take action to protect and preserve the environment. Shaping public policy and discourse. The impact of environmental literature extends beyond individual readers, influencing public policy and discourse on environmental issues. For example, Silent Spring played a significant role in the eventual ban of DDT in the United States and the creation of the Environmental Protection Agency, EPA. Literary works that address environmental issues can help shape public opinion, mobilize grassroots movements, and encourage policymakers to adopt more sustainable practices and regulations. Encouraging interdisciplinary dialogue. Environmental literature also fosters interdisciplinary dialogue by bridging the gap between science, humanities, and the arts. By presenting scientific concepts and environmental concerns in an accessible narrative form, these works encourage a broader range of individuals to engage in conversations about the environment and our role in its preservation. Part 4: The Future of Environmental Literature. Addressing emerging environmental challenges. As new environmental challenges continue to arise, such as plastic pollution, loss of biodiversity, and the increasing effects of climate change, literature has an essential role to play in exploring these issues and their implications for society. Future works will likely tackle these pressing concerns, offering new perspectives and insights to help readers better understand and navigate the changing world. Promoting diverse voices and perspectives. The future of environmental literature will also see the inclusion of more diverse voices and perspectives, particularly those from communities that are disproportionately affected by environmental degradation and climate change. Amplifying the experiences and stories of individuals from different cultures, backgrounds, and geographic locations will enrich the discourse on environmental issues and promote a more inclusive understanding of our relationship with nature. Utilizing innovative storytelling techniques. Advancements in technology and storytelling techniques will continue to shape the landscape of environmental literature. New forms of media, such as interactive narratives, virtual reality experiences, and multimedia installations, can offer immersive and innovative ways to explore environmental themes and engage audiences. These new storytelling mediums have the potential to expand the reach and impact of environmental literature, inspiring new generations of readers and activists. Conclusion. Environmental literature has played a pivotal role in raising awareness, fostering empathy, and inspiring change concerning environmental issues and nature conservation. From pioneering works like Thoreau's Walden and Carson's Silent Spring to contemporary novels such as Kingsolver's Flight Behavior and Power's The Overstory, these literary works have shaped public discourse, policy, and individual actions on environmental matters. As we face new and emerging environmental challenges, the future of environmental literature will likely involve the exploration of these issues. The promotion of diverse voices and perspectives, and the utilization of innovative storytelling techniques. Through engaging narratives and compelling themes, environmental literature will continue to inspire readers. Promote interdisciplinary dialogue, and contribute to the global effort to protect and preserve the environment for generations to come. Literary works addressing environmental issues and nature conservation have the potential to inspire change and activism on both individual and societal levels. By presenting complex ecological concepts and problems in engaging and relatable narratives, environmental literature can foster a sense of personal responsibility and encourage readers to take action. Here, we will delve deeper into the ways that literature can inspire change and activism. Creating emotional connections. One of the most effective ways literature can inspire change and activism is by creating emotional connections between readers and the environmental issues being discussed.
The diversity of LGBT, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender literature has expanded and evolved over time, shedding light on the stories and experiences of a marginalized community, and contributing to the cultural and social tapestry of the world. This growth in LGBT literature not only reflects the ever-changing landscape of the global society but also impacts the way individuals perceive and understand the experiences of LGBT individuals. This article will explore the diversity of LGBT literature, discuss its historical roots and developments, and analyze its impact on culture and society. Historical roots and developments of LGBT literature. LGBT literature can be traced back to ancient Greece, with works such as Plato's Symposium and the poetry of Sappho, which celebrated love and desire between people of the same sex. However, it wasn't until the 19th and 20th centuries that LGBT literature began to gain momentum as a separate genre, with authors such as Oscar Wilde, Radcliffe Hall, and Virginia Woolf leading the way. During this time, the term gay literature was often used to describe works that focused on homosexual relationships, even though the content may have been more diverse. The emergence of the modern LGBT rights movement in the mid-20th century, marked by events such as the Stonewall riots in 1969, significantly influenced the development and proliferation of LGBT literature. As activists pushed for greater visibility and acceptance, writers began to explore the diverse experiences and identities within the LGBT community, giving rise to works that address themes such as coming out, gender identity, and the AIDS epidemic. One of the notable developments in LGBT literature in recent decades has been the inclusion of intersectional perspectives, which recognize that LGBT individuals' experiences are influenced by factors such as race, ethnicity, and social class. Works such as Audre Lorde's Zami, A New Spelling of My Name, and James Baldwin's Giovanni's Room, among others, have paved the way for a more inclusive and diverse representation of the LGBT community. Genres and themes in LGBT literature. LGBT literature encompasses a wide range of genres and themes, reflecting the myriad experiences and identities within the community. Some popular genres include coming of age. These stories often focus on the protagonist's journey of self-discovery and acceptance, exploring themes such as coming out, first love, and the challenges of growing up as an LGBT individual. Notable works include Annie on My Mind by Nancy Garden and Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe by Benjamin Alire Science. Romance. LGBT romance novels celebrate love and relationships between LGBT characters, offering a diverse array of narratives that challenge traditional notions of love and partnership. Examples include Call Me by Your Name by Andre Osman and Fingersmith by Sarah Waters. Historical fiction. These novels provide a glimpse into the lives of LGBT individuals in different historical periods, shedding light on the challenges and triumphs of those who came before us. Examples include Maurice by E.M. Forster and The Night Watch by Sarah Waters. Science fiction and fantasy. LGBT characters and themes have found their way into the realms of speculative fiction, offering unique perspectives on the human experience and the exploration of alternative worlds. Examples include The Left Hand of Darkness by Ursula K. Le Guin and The Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon. Graphic novels. The visual medium of graphic novels has allowed for innovative storytelling and representation of LGBT experiences. Titles such as Fun Home by Alison Bechdel and Blue is the Warmest Color by Julie Morrow showcase the power of graphic narratives in capturing the complexities of LGBT lives. The impact of LGBT literature on culture and society. The diversity of LGBT literature has had a significant impact on culture and society, contributing to a greater understanding and acceptance of LGBT experiences and identities. Here are some ways in which LGBT literature has influenced culture and society. Challenging stereotypes and promoting understanding, by presenting diverse and authentic portrayals of LGBT individuals. Literature has helped to break down stereotypes and misconceptions about the community. This increased understanding fosters empathy, compassion, and acceptance, leading to more inclusive and tolerant societies. Encouraging dialogue and visibility, LGBT literature has played a crucial role in raising awareness about the issues faced by the community, such as discrimination, mental health, and the need for legal protections. This increased visibility has spurred public dialogue and policy changes that have improved the lives of LGBT individuals. Inspiring creativity and innovation, the growth of LGBT literature has inspired countless writers, artists, and filmmakers to explore new perspectives and tell stories that may have been previously untold. This creative output has enriched the global cultural landscape, broadening the horizons of readers and audiences worldwide. Empowering LGBT individuals, the representation of diverse LGBT experiences in literature can be empowering for individuals who may be struggling with their own identity or facing discrimination. Reading about characters who face similar challenges and triumphs can provide hope, inspiration, and a sense of community. Influencing mainstream culture, the success of LGBT literature has led to an increased presence of LGBT themes and characters in mainstream culture, including films, television shows, and music. This increased visibility has helped to normalize and celebrate the diverse experiences of the LGBT community, leading to greater acceptance and understanding. Science fiction and fantasy genres have provided unique opportunities for LGBT literature to explore themes and narratives that may not be possible in other genres. By constructing alternative worlds, societies, and realities, these genres have allowed authors to challenge norms, question societal structures, and create diverse and imaginative representations of LGBT experiences. Here are some notable works and trends in LGBT science fiction and fantasy literature. The Left Hand of Darkness by Ursula K. Le Guin. This groundbreaking novel, published in 1969, is set on the planet Gethin, where inhabitants are ambisexual, meaning they have no fixed gender and can assume male or female roles during their reproductive cycles. The novel explores themes of gender, identity, and societal expectations, offering a thought-provoking and imaginative portrayal of a world without rigid gender norms. The Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon. This epic fantasy novel features a diverse cast of characters, including several LGBT protagonists. The book showcases complex and nuanced relationships, presenting love stories that challenge traditional gender roles and heteronormative expectations. The Wayfarers series by Becky Chambers, this science fiction series, starting with The Long Way to a Small, Angry Planet, is celebrated for its diverse and inclusive representation of characters, including various sexual orientations and gender identities. By placing LGBT characters in positions of power and agency, the series challenges stereotypes and presents a vision of a more equitable and accepting future. Science fiction literature has been an essential part of the global cultural landscape for over a century. Captivating the imagination of readers and offering unique insights into the potential future of humanity. As a genre, science fiction often explores the boundaries of science and technology, considering the ethical, social, and philosophical implications of our rapidly advancing world. This article will discuss the evolution of science fiction literature, its historical roots and developments, and analyze its impact on science and technology. Historical roots and developments of science fiction literature. The roots of science fiction can be traced back to ancient mythology and stories that imagine fantastical worlds and advanced technologies. However, it wasn't until the 19th century that science fiction began to take its modern form. With authors like Mary Shelley and Jules Verne pushing the boundaries of scientific knowledge and exploring the potential consequences of technological advancements. During the 20th century, science fiction literature flourished, with the genre being further defined and expanded by influential authors such as H.G. Wells, Isaac Asimov, Arthur C. Clarke, and Ray Bradbury. The genre began to branch into various subgenres, such as hard science fiction, which focused on rigorous scientific accuracy, and soft science fiction, which prioritized the exploration of social and philosophical issues. In recent decades, science fiction literature has continued to evolve, reflecting contemporary concerns and advancements in technology. Notable developments include the rise of cyberpunk, which explores the relationship between humans and technology in a dystopian, often post-apocalyptic future. And climate fiction, which considers the potential consequences of climate change and environmental degradation. Themes and subgenres in science fiction literature. Science fiction literature encompasses a wide range of themes and subgenres, reflecting the diverse interests and concerns of both authors and readers. Some popular themes and subgenres include space exploration, a cornerstone of science fiction literature. Space exploration stories imagine humanity's journey to the stars and encounters with extraterrestrial life. Notable works include Dune by Frank Herbert, Ender's Game by Orson Scott Card, and The Martian by Andy Weir. Time travel narratives explore the possibilities and consequences of altering the past or future, often delving into the complexities of causality and the nature of time itself. Examples include The Time Machine by H.G. Wells, Slaughterhouse-Five by Kurt Vonnegut, and Kindred by Octavia Butler. Artificial intelligence and robotics. These stories examine the potential impact of sentient machines and artificial intelligence on society, often grappling with the ethical implications of creating lifelike entities. Examples include Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep? By Philip K. Dick, Euromancer by William Gibson, and I, Robot by Isaac Asimov. Utopian and dystopian societies, these narratives explore the potential consequences of different social, political, and economic systems, often presenting either idealized or nightmarish visions of the future. Examples include Brave New World by Aldous Huxley, 1984 by George Orwell, and The Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood. Biotechnology and genetic engineering, these stories delve into the potential consequences of manipulating life at the genetic level. Considering the ethical, social, and philosophical implications of such advancements. Examples include Jurassic Park by Michael Crichton, The Wind-Up Girl by Paolo Bacigalupi, and Oryx and Crake by Margaret Atwood. The impact of science fiction literature on science and technology. The relationship between science fiction literature and scientific advancements has been a complex and reciprocal one, with each influencing the other in various ways. Here are some ways in which science fiction literature has impacted science and technology. Inspiring innovation, science fiction literature has often served as a catalyst for scientific and technological advancements by presenting imaginative and futuristic scenarios that inspire researchers and engineers. Many real-world inventions and discoveries, such as the cell phone, virtual reality, and the Internet, can be traced back to ideas first proposed in science fiction. Providing cautionary tales, science fiction frequently explores the potential consequences of technological advancements. Offering cautionary tales that remind us of the need for ethical and responsible development. Works such as Aldous Huxley's Brave New World and Michael Crichton's Jurassic Park serve as warnings about the potential dangers of unchecked scientific progress. Encouraging scientific literacy, by popularizing complex scientific concepts and making them accessible to a broader audience. Science fiction literature has played a significant role in promoting scientific literacy and fostering an interest in science and technology among the general public. Shaping public perception and discourse, science fiction literature often shapes public perception and discourse around scientific advancements and technological innovations. By presenting different perspectives and exploring the ethical and social implications of new technologies, science fiction can help guide public opinion and policymaking processes. Influencing scientific research, science fiction authors often work in close collaboration with scientists and researchers, incorporating cutting-edge scientific theories and findings into their work. This collaboration can lead to the generation of new ideas and research directions, with science fiction serving as a conduit for scientific exploration and discovery. Space exploration has long been a central theme in science fiction literature, capturing the imagination of authors and readers alike. By envisioning humanity's journey into the cosmos and encounters with extraterrestrial life. These stories have played a pivotal role in shaping our understanding of the universe and our place within it. Here are some notable aspects and works of space exploration in science fiction literature. Interstellar travel. One of the fundamental aspects of space exploration in science fiction is the concept of interstellar travel. Often involving faster-than-light travel or other advanced technologies that enable humans to traverse vast cosmic distances. Notable works that explore interstellar travel include the Foundation series by Isaac Asimov, The Hyperion Cantos by Dan Simmons, and A Wrinkle in Time by Madeleine L'Engle. Alien civilizations and first contact. Science fiction literature often delves into the possibilities of encountering extraterrestrial life. Speculating on the nature of alien civilizations, their cultures, and the potential consequences of first contact. Classic examples include Childhood's End by Arthur C. Clarke, The War of the Worlds by H.G. Wells, and The Mote in God's Eye by Larry Niven and Jerry Pournelle. Colonization of other planets and celestial bodies. The concept of colonizing other planets and celestial bodies is a recurring theme in space exploration narratives. War and post-war literature has long been a powerful means of exploring the complexities of human nature, society, and the impact of armed conflict on individuals and communities. By delving into the experiences of soldiers, civilians, and those who bear witness to war's horrors, these works of fiction help us understand the profound effects of war on the human psyche and the world. This article will discuss notable war and post-war literary works, their themes, and their lasting impact on readers and society. Themes in war and post-war literature. War and post-war literature often explore various themes related to the human experience of armed conflict, including the following. The brutality of war. War literature frequently depicts the harsh realities of combat, exposing the physical and psychological toll it takes on soldiers and civilians alike. By presenting the graphic and visceral details of war, these works challenge romanticized notions of heroism and glory, forcing readers to confront the true nature of armed conflict. The psychological impact of war. Many war and post-war literary works delve into the psychological trauma experienced by those affected by war. Exploring themes such as survivor's guilt, post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, and the struggle to reintegrate into civilian life. These works provide valuable insights into the long-lasting emotional and mental scars that war can leave behind. The moral complexities of war. War literature often explores the moral and ethical dilemmas faced by soldiers and civilians during armed conflicts, forcing characters and readers alike to grapple with questions of loyalty, duty, and the limits of humanity. These works challenge the binary notions of good and evil, emphasizing the moral gray areas that emerge during wartime. The impact of war on society. Post-war literature frequently examines the societal consequences of armed conflicts, exploring the challenges faced by individuals and communities as they attempt to rebuild and heal in the aftermath of war. These works often highlight the struggle to maintain cultural identity and memory, the impact of displacement and loss, and the generational trauma that can result from war. Notable war and post-war literary works. There are countless examples of war and post-war literature that have left lasting impressions on readers and society. Some of the most notable works in this genre include All Quiet on the Western Front by Erich Maria Remarque. This classic anti-war novel, published in 1929, tells the story of a group of German soldiers during World War I. The novel explores the disillusionment and despair experienced by young men who are thrust into the horrors of trench warfare and struggle to make sense of the world around them. Catch-22 by Joseph Heller. This satirical novel, set during World War II, follows the absurd and tragic experiences of American bombardier Yossarian as he tries to navigate the bureaucratic and moral complexities of war. The novel's dark humor and biting commentary on the absurdity of war have made it a classic of 20th century literature. The Things They Carried by Tim O'Brien. This collection of linked short stories, set during the Vietnam War, delves into the physical and emotional burdens carried by soldiers, both on the battlefield and after returning home. The book's poignant exploration of guilt, loss, and the search for meaning has made it a seminal work of war literature. The Road by Cormac McCarthy. This post-apocalyptic novel follows a father and son as they journey through a desolate landscape, struggling to survive in the aftermath of an unspecified cataclysmic event. The novel's bleak portrayal of a world ravaged by violence and destruction serves as a powerful allegory for the devastating impact of war on society. Atonement by Ian McEwan, this critically acclaimed novel, set against the backdrop of World War II, explores the devastating consequences of a single, false accusation on the lives of 3 individuals. Through its exploration of guilt, redemption, and the human cost of war, Atonement offers a poignant examination of the complex moral landscape of wartime. Slaughterhouse-Five by Kurt Vonnegut, blending science fiction, autobiography, and satire. Vonnegut's novel tells the story of Billy Pilgrim, a World War II veteran who becomes unstuck in time and travels through different moments of his life. The novel's nonlinear narrative and exploration of the bombing of Dresden emphasize the senselessness of war and the struggle to find meaning in its aftermath. The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna, set in occupied France during World War II. The Nightingale tells the story of 2 sisters who each embark on their own dangerous paths to resist the Nazi occupation. The novel explores themes of love, loss, and the strength of the human spirit in the face of unimaginable hardship. The lasting impact of war and post-war literature. War and post-war literature have left a lasting impact on readers and society by offering unique insights into the human experience of armed conflict and its aftermath. These works have shaped public discourse, by exposing the harsh realities of war and the moral complexities of armed conflict. War and post-war literature have shaped public discourse and influenced public opinion on matters of war, peace, and diplomacy. Fostered empathy and understanding, by presenting the personal experiences of those affected by war. These works have fostered empathy and understanding among readers, helping to bridge the gap between those who have experienced war firsthand and those who have not. Encouraged reflection and healing. For those who have experienced war firsthand, war and post-war literature can provide a means of reflection and healing, offering a way to process the trauma and come to terms with their experiences. Served as historical records, war and post-war literature can serve as valuable historical records, preserving the individual experiences and perspectives of those who lived through war for future generations. The brutality of war is a multifaceted and complex topic that encompasses various aspects of human behavior, societal norms, and the devastating consequences of armed conflict. War has been a constant presence throughout human history, and despite advances in technology and diplomacy, its brutality remains a grim reality. Below are some key aspects of the brutality of war. Loss of human life. Wars often result in the death of soldiers and civilians alike. Deaths are caused by direct combat, bombings, chemical warfare, and other violent acts. The psychological impact of losing loved ones can create lasting trauma for survivors. Physical injuries and disabilities. Soldiers and civilians can suffer from a wide range of injuries during wartime, including gunshot wounds, burns, amputations, and other traumas. These injuries can lead to lifelong disabilities and a decreased quality of life.